cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
Come on, stop. Okay.
Prehistoric times, and those were the good old days, man. That's when a man could be a man. You know, go and knock a woman upside her head and drag her on the ground and pull her by her hair, and nobody would say anything about it because that's what a real man was supposed to do. Of course, there was a lot more hair to grab from back then, too. So
There is that.
Leon, what was that like back then?
You were too busy watching your favorite TV show, Fire.
You know what? You guys laugh, but the first season of Fire was awesome.
see, the Flintstones, they misled people, man.
Well, they kind of cleaned it up.
They lied to us, man. They
Well,
made
there
it
is
seem
that.
like, hey, Flintstones, Fred driving home in his nice car, going on to his fine-ass wife.
Yeah.
The Croods come in and say, man, that shit was nothing like that. If we wanted to go outside for anything, we died.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so you got Father Croods saying, you know what we're going to do? Keep our ass in the dark and not go out nowhere unless we got to sprint our ass out and get something to eat and run our ass right back in.
I kept thinking, man, shouldn't the Croods be black and not white?
What are you looking for? A prehistoric version of Good Times?
I was looking for real history here.
There's something about this movie where I didn't like it at first. Just characters kind of tripping over each other, yelling, flailing everywhere, and that got to me for about 15 minutes until they made this journey across this beautiful landscape, and then I paid attention. What y'all looking at me for?
We're waiting for you to say
Let you
something
finish your
else.
sentence.
Oh, okay.
You didn't recognize respect.
There is a lot to enjoy about this movie, and I'm sure you're going to tell us about it, Leon, because I think you love this more than anybody else here.
I honestly did. And I went in with a name like the Croods. I expected to get nothing but fart and jokes or just the lamest humor of all. And you're right. In the beginning, it's not as good as it becomes later. But there was never a point where I didn't like it. Just in the first... When it started, I was like, okay, the gags are sort of funny, but it's not all that. But yeah, you're right. Once they get on the journey to meet the new character, Guy, the dynamic changes with everybody. The jokes get better. It's beautiful, and it goes to a place where it gets dark at times. And I found it touching by the end. This was a big surprise for me. I ended up wanting to give it a full price.
You ended up crying at the end, too, didn't you?
I teared up a little bit.
Okay, all right.
I teared up a little bit.
Pussy.
Damn, I was actually forming the word P as co-host said that. Anyway, no, I'm with you on the whole. I just don't think Leon, I don't think I liked it quite as much as you did. I thought that the first act was banal. Here we go, same old everybody's hopping around like Daffy Duck on steroids.
Also black.
Yeah, also black, thank you. After it gets to that point where they introduce a new character, Guy, yeah, everything picks way up. These characters actually start to have relationships that are interesting to watch play out. Everybody but pretty much the mom and the little boy who never really given a hell of a lot to do. But it starts to evolve. They get past all the rocky area into basically the movie Avatar. And it's so much more interesting to watch from there on out. And even, has some emotional beats at the end. Where a film I thought I was going to come out of saying low rental and it's all the way up to matinee, that's a pretty big shift.
Well, I kind of agree with some of the stuff you guys said, so I'll just repeat it. I thought the first half hour of this movie was really lame. I thought a lot of the jokes were falling flat on their faces. Got more into the family dynamics and just, a father still trying to have, just have that, acceptance from his daughter along with still trying to be the alpha male of the group. That was the only time the movie got really interesting to me. But as the movie went further along and you got to explore more of the landscape of this primitive world, man, it was gorgeous. I thought it was just an okay film. That's why I'm gonna give it a matinee.
I hate to repeat what most people have said, except for you, Leon, because you're just so easy on movie these days. I'm right there with you guys on most of your points. I enjoyed it for the wildly fun visual style that it had. The movie is constantly alive with fluorescent colors and this strange mixed breeding of animals. I couldn't take my eyes off of it the whole time, but underneath that colorful exterior, it is still the same old formula that we see for family CG movies today. It's a road trip film boasting big celebrity voices and cute mascots. Not anywhere near as bland as the Ice Age movies, because those are pretty bland, but it's still typical. Emma Stone is a lot of fun as Eep, the overly angsty but sensible teen. She's probably the most fleshed out character too. But Nicolas Cage and Ryan Reynolds, they have a great dynamic as they rival for the attention of the Croods family.
Where'd you get these ideas?
Aha! I'm calling it a brain. I'm pretty sure it's where ideas come from.
Dad, I don't have a brain.
Cavemen don't need brains. We have these. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ideas are for weaklings.
The movie also has this dark sense of humor that I like in spots, but still, overall, it just comes out to a fun little matinee. It was very touching near the end. It was.
Yeah.
I didn't cry like you did. In fact, y'all didn't see it, but I had to pick up Leon and carry him out to the lobby. I'm out there with a bunch of other parents. I'm on the Leon in my arms.
I said, get that kid out of here.
Cinema, matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay. For cinema, matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.